Howdy, everybody. Stephanie here, live from Rebuilding Hollers. Come hell or high waters. I'm so excited to see y'all tonight. I have some awesome updates. So, as usual, this is the best and easiest way to do it. So, thank you so much for joining me. I have some really exciting news about our place here. So this is kind of crazy, and I wasn't exactly sure. I'm never sure how I'm just going to drop bombs on y'all all the time. And then I just say, let's just tell everybody. So I'm so excited. So in our new location, we actually have 2 stories, 2 levels. So we have the main level that is where we have our operation center and our building material supplies, tools, heat sources, power sources, and RV accessory distribution. We have our backyard, which is where we'll be staging a lot of the bigger materials that come in on donation. And we have just secured the upstairs. So what is so exciting about upstairs is we have 3 one-bedroom condo units upstairs. And one of the things that I have noticed is that a lot of our community, I mean, obviously we all know we have so many community members in RVs, in not okay situations. And so, I really prayed on it really hard because I wasn't sure. A lot of people want to rent the space, but I feel like the best way to utilize this space is to actually offer our community members that are living in the disaster that is here a respite condo. So we are going to be setting these condos up as respite condos so that folks will have a place to take like almost a 48-hour just a break. They can have a bath. They can get caught up on their laundry, cook dinner, just whatever they want to do. I don't want to. I just want people to have a break. I want people to be able to breathe and to know that we are. Hang on one second. Will you call Tyler real quick? He's trying to call me, and I'm going to be on this for a minute. Here you go. So, sorry, the hubs, if I don't answer, he's going to keep calling Miss Jenny. She's going to save me. So, tell him that it closes at 6:30. So I'm so crazy, freaking out excited about these respite condos. I think it's going to be the best way to help our community members that are in not a good situation so that they can at least have a break, they can have a breather, they can get their laundry done, they can have a shower, all of the things that matter the most when you're living in an RV in the middle of winter and it's 4 degrees outside. I wish I had them set up sooner, but this all just happened, so I'm so excited about it. I'm so very much excited about that and hope that will be a benefit to our community members that are having a hard time. So that is my first big update. The way that folks, again, going back to our last video, the way folks will be able to utilize these condos is to be part of the membership, have a membership with Rebuilding Hollers Foundation, and that means that they have been confirmed, have losses and need our assistance, because all we are focused on are our community members of Yancey and Mitchell County that have had damage, that are still living in a very much disaster zone in their personal space, on their land, at their home. And those are the people I care about. Those are the people I'm committed to helping. And so there will be a process. It's not just anybody can come, and I'm sorry about that, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for my community, to make sure that they have everything they need. And I have some neighbors and some friends that are not getting regular showers and having access to regular laundry facilities, and I can't handle that. I can't handle that at all. So God just said it. I mean, it's incredible how all this keeps happening, and I just want to keep making the right decisions as we evolve, to make sure that we're helping our community members in the best way possible. So I'm really, really, really excited about the respite condos. I think that will be wonderful. My next update is on the yard. So we are going to have to get, we have a lot of containers coming because, as building materials, we're talking about, of course, the basics, 2x4s, like we have some 18 wheelers of siding coming, I have some shingles coming. I need a landing zone for that space. Now, y'all know my preference is to send you with a gift certificate to Summit. That will continue to be my preference. But if folks want to bring us donations, materials of things, we need to be able to accept that as well, and we need to be able to store it safely so that when it is time for it to go to the community member's home, that it's protected and still very good material. So we're working on getting those Connex boxes set up. There's going to be we're getting the bigger ones, so we're still shifting all that stuff. Of course, this winter storm has been just lovely and delayed my time. I am still looking for a skid steer. I need one. I need one that has, actually, if I could have 2 attachments, like a bucket and some forks, would be so huge, because folks, we're using our yard as a debris dump site, so we're trying to get rid of that debris so that we can stage up and get these connexes in here and get some material. Somebody also abandoned a truck on our property last night, so I'm going to need them to come get that. It's not a parking zone. And so although I appreciate that you want to leave me your vehicle, probably not the best time to do it, because we are actively trying to turn that yard into a place where we can stage and store materials and get equipment in and out of here. So whoever's black Toyota Tacoma that is, I'm going to need you to pretty please come get it. And then if anybody has access to a skid steer or knows about renting one, I need one to get us started, but then I'm going to need one for a long term. So even a rental on a skid steer with forks, or a tractor with forks would be fantastic. I will be so thankful for that. Okay, that's the updates I have from Rebuild and Hollers, come hell or high waters. I'm so excited. I have another update for y'all today. So today I went to a community meeting, and I have some, when I go to meetings, I try to take notes so that I can share with y'all what is kind of going on and what's happening. So this was a really good meeting. I didn't get everybody's names, but the main representatives there, we had the emergency management with Jeff Howe. We had, that was pretty much the only person I know personally there, but I did meet some other community members. The guy with Reconciliation House was there. He's awesome. A couple other community long-term foundations that have been here within our community and always servicing and helping take care of the community. They were all there. FEMA was there, and a couple other organizations. And so they they all kind of just go around the table and tell us what's going on, things like that, what they're doing. And so I took some notes so that I could share all of that with you. So the one guy was saying that they were working on landslide mitigation and stream restoration. So that's very exciting. I know a lot of us have been thinking how long until all of that happens. So that is in the process. They are still documenting all that. Then they talked a little bit about the warming shelters. So y'all know we've had really cold temperatures, and for 7 nights they have had warming shelters set up here within the county at the senior center. And they said only one night did anybody come, and it wasn't even a local. It was folks that were driving, that the roads were getting really slick and icy, and so they couldn't find a hotel, so they decided to stop. Other than that, no community member in the last 7 nights of the warming shelters being open has stopped. And so, if nobody's utilizing it, I believe that they feel like, well, then nobody needs it. So I do worry about that. But what they are going to do to combat that is you will be able to reach out, and I'll have this number for you, but you will be able to reach out directly with them and say, okay, this is what I need, so that they may be switching. They're going to figure it out. But I get it. 7 nights, if nobody needs it, then it's pointless to open. So I wanted to tell y'all that. The county planner, the new county planner, talked for a little bit. He was talking about they were continuing to vet private village bridges, and he just met with the state for the first time since the new state executive orders were out. So it sounds like most folks were hopeful that things were going to be changing, although nobody got really excited when I was like, woo, woo. Nobody liked that, but I like that because I'm real excited. I feel like we are going to finally get the assistance we need, because I've been telling you since day one, Anybody that's lived here since day one, you know it, you feel it. This has felt like sabotage the whole time. I have felt abandoned the whole time. I felt like, I mean, that's why I keep going and why I keep doing it, because I don't want people to feel like how we've been made to feel, which is abandoned, which there's nobody to help us. What are we going to do? And so anyway, I am excited about that. But he did continue talking about, so it sounds like what he's doing is he's vetting private bridges, right? Because bridges are very expensive to replace. So he's been vetting private bridges and basically acting like a liaison between the state or between FEMA and the homeowner maybe. And so he was talking about, am I going to continue to do this, or is the state going to take over now that we have these new state executive orders, that there may be an actual state representative that is going to come in and be that liaison to FEMA. So it's my understanding that FEMA is basically that application process for the bridges has to be handled in that direction. And so they're just trying to figure out, is that going to be at a county level or at a state level? Right now what they do is what he is doing is he is doing the right of access documents and hold harmless agreements for those repairs. And then he said they'll let the state be the applicant to FEMA to get the work done instead of the county, which is how that is being done right now. They're also talking, are we going to be building permanent bridges versus temporary bridges? I mean, ideally, let's build the bridge. Let's get a permanent bridge. Each one of them needs to be permanent bridges, is my humble opinion, but there's so many. We have so many bridges that are just gone, destroyed, washed out. So I know there's a lot of significant work to be done there, and the county is still assisting through all that. So when you see the county posting about those bridges, that is accurate. Oh, speaking of, remember the other night, there was a post on the Burnsville Hub, is this a scam or is this not a scam, with the Yancey County government had sent out an email and said, hey, if you would like us to release your information. So that was a county email. They did send that out, and they sent that out because they need your authorization to share your information, which I think is wonderful. I'm the same way. Y'all know that that when we call you, if we're going to share anything, I'm going to call you first and say, hey, so and so wants to be able to help you or do this. Can I give them your phone number? And then you make the connection. So I respect that. I think that was absolutely the right thing to do. There's Mission on Main or Men on Baptist Men's. I'm not exactly sure. I heard a couple names today, but Baptist Men's I think is who it is. Plus Samaritan's Purse is committed to this area in our recovery process, and so they want to be able to share your information with them so that they can reach out and see about getting you some additional help as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you would like to get assistance from them, you do need to respond to that email and fill it out so that they can share your information. That is solely up to you, okay? Okay, he did say that there was, how did he say it? My note says that they are trying to force, not trying, it says that, let me go back. Okay, so what I wrote in my notes was to force the General Assembly to tap into funds to pay for bridges. So apparently there is no money there with the state. However, there's some congressional things that can happen within the state because there is a fund for it. They just haven't tapped into it yet. So we really need to get some pressure on that General Assembly and force them to tap into those funds to pay for our bridges. And so that's definitely got to happen. Yeah, because the next comment says that he has not personally talked to not one person from the state on a congressional delegates level here for us. So again, like I've told you, I feel very abandoned. I know my community feels very abandoned, but also within the county and our congressional delegates and folks that are supposed to be helping us through this, radio silence. And so we really need to figure out who that's going to be and really start putting some pressure on them to release some funding. That has got to happen. Right now, they had 318 people that self-reported with no bridges or access home. Now, again, this is just Yancey County, so we are strictly talking Yancey County. 318 people with no bridges or access home. He did say, however, that a lot of those were full-time, or were not full-time residents. So a lot of these are second homes that have this still no bridges or access home, and that would make sense because people. I mean, we're into month 4, and so a lot of neighbors, they just came together and helped each other get everything back together. So at this point though, we are in the county 318 people with no bridges or access home, but most are non full-time homes. So that's at least good. They have another home somewhere else they can go to. Another update is to Thursday night. Now, y'all listen. Y'all may want to come to this. There's going to be a county-wide town hall that's going to be at the high school at Mountain Heritage Thursday night at 6 p.m. So if you have questions, you can email April over at the county office. She's really kind. And she will, if you have a question for this town hall, you just have to submit your question early, and then they will answer your question in that. So it sounds like it will be very similar to the first one that I went to like a month after the storm, and that was a very informative meeting. If you are capable to get out of your house and go, I always recommend you going. You're going to see your neighbors. You may see me, and that way we can, you can get some questions answered. They typically have different representatives there between Samaritan's Purse and the Baptist men that can answer some questions. So that's really exciting. The other update they talked about is there is a Red Cross training that the county is working on. They need people to sign up to help with these disasters. So the night of the storm, they had opened up housing. One of my friends was managing one of the, now it's called a warming station, but really it was like an elementary school set up with cots, right? And so they need to do that. They need more volunteers to get trained through Red Cross for running these shelters. And so they are asking for folks to pretty please sign up. And they are having a training Saturday from 9 to 1, and that will be at the Burnsville Senior Center. So if you do have any interest in signing up for Red Cross training, that will be Saturday from 9 to 1 to help operate shelters in case we have another crazy event. Okay. And then we got to meet Paul with FEMA. He said that there had been 6,170 registrations for Yancey County, so that's a lot of applicants. He said there had been $18 million in housing assistance, and at first it sounded like he was saying that was basically them paying folks hotel bills, because we have people spread out everywhere. I mean, a ton of people are not home right now. I mean, they don't have a home to be in, but they also can't stay in an RV, especially if they're elderly and it's 0 degrees outside. But anyway, the $18 million is what has been awarded to people that have received damage, is what they said. But he wasn't sure, and then he went back, and so I don't know. Maybe we could ask on Thursday. Maybe they'll have some better understanding of that on Thursday. He said the transitional sheltering program has been extended past March. And those families get calls every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, FEMA checks in on them. I guess you have a case manager once you're in the FEMA database. So they're going to check in, see what their status is on their home repair or reconstruction. Obviously, if people don't have homes, they're still in the exact same mess they were in. Maybe if FEMA would pay them, that would be great. But anyway, so families get calls every 2 weeks. There is they call it disaster survivor assistance teams, and they said they are no longer here, so they don't have that, but they do still have the office by Fred's. So if you have questions about your application, if you've been denied, y'all keep pushing that button. There is a case manager assigned to you, and at maximum, you're going to get $42,500. That's going to help somewhere, okay? So keep fighting. Don't give up. Don't just be like, forget it, I'm done. I understand the need to be like, I'm done, I'm worn out, I can't deal with this anymore. But pretty please keep fighting. Don't give up. I'm standing right here to fight with you. I'm standing right next to you. So do not give up pushing those buttons. Let's just keep pushing those buttons. Let's keep making FEMA hear you. Let's keep making sure that application is getting through. Because if all we can get is $42,500 out of them, well, let's at least get that. That would be great. I will be very excited and thankful for you to get that, okay? So don't just get a denial and then stop, okay? Don't do that. It's okay. Keep fighting them. Keep fighting with them. Call them. Harass them. Don't yell at them. That's not nice. But seriously, call them and just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. One of my friends said today, she finally got a check, and she said it's taken her 4 months, and she's had to fight them and push all the right buttons, but she got the check. Okay, and that's what we need. We got to get that check. We got to get y'all that money. So please keep pushing the buttons. Don't give up. Don't give up just because it's one no. I know that that's mountain folk way, but we need this money. You need this money to rebuild your home, to rebuild your property, to go on vacation, whatever you want to do with it. But please, if you're getting money if Samaritans, I will say this, if you get Samaritan's Purse, if they help you rebuild your home, you actually have to use that money towards your home. So you have to give them that money. So maybe you can't go on vacation with it, but I just want you to know, just keep fighting for it. It is of most importance. My friend Lori says you have to be just as diligent as the car warranty people. You have to keep calling. Don't give up. Don't give up. That's right, Lori. Thank you. Okay. The representatives for FEMA will also be at the Community Town Hall on Thursday at 6 p.m. So pretty please be there. I will do my best to go. I have it on my calendar. So I'll go and take notes and let you know how it goes. But I still would love to see your face there. Then you can at least get a hug, right? I mean, this is important. This is very important is how we move forward because this is going to take a while, y'all. We're in pretty big trouble here. All right. So the other thing that they talked about was a FEMA long-term recovery group. This allows for assistance to survivors / my neighbors. I do want y'all to know in the middle of the meeting when it was my turn to talk, I told FEMA I don't call them survivors. I call them my neighbors because they are my neighbors, okay? They really make me mad with that word. But anyway, so when I say that, it's just because I'm writing verbatim what they said. So this is for assistance to survivors. And it's for the gap that, for case management to bridge a gap to supplement. So basically, they know they're not giving you enough money to build your home. But they do want us to be able to create a community organization that is going to still be able to get access to additional money so that we can keep helping you. And so I think that is going to be very big in our long-term recovery. I think that will be really big. It needs to be formed by locals, and it needs to be formed by locals from different groups that are committed to our recovery. There currently are 16 of these groups formed because there's one for each county. And it does sound like it's not run by FEMA, it's not run by the county, it's run for the county with guidelines from FEMA so that the group will understand the process or something like that. But there's going to be more money for these organizations. So I know that there were folks working on that. I plan to have an additional conversation with them. My husband wants to kill me about it, but y'all know I don't care what it takes. As long as we're getting what we need for our community, that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. What else? Yep, okay. All right, then we got to talk to the extension office. That was really cool. So with Farm Bureau, USDA, the North Carolina State Ag, they're working on some events. They actually sounds like they're working on some really good stuff as far as making sure to get folks the hay, the seeds. He said he's given out over 17 miles of fencing. They've been able to get volunteers here to help farmers with their fencing and to remove debris. So that is really exciting. I'm super excited about that. So if you're a farmer or you know a farmer and they have some, the fencing needs to be mended or replaced, all of those things that we have talked about before, at the extension office here in Burnsville, they are making sure and making those connections on that. So pretty please, if you're a farmer, you have the critters, even if you're a beekeeper, even beekeepers qualify. But as long as you're, creating a product per se, they are working really hard to get us the seeds and stuff like that for folks to get their fields planted. So that's really, really exciting. I really liked him a lot. David Davis. I really liked him. The next folks that we're talking were the Rec House, the Reconciliation House. I really like them. Y'all know I do. They are, Ashley says, is there anywhere I can contact about a well? I don't, I think, so I do know Samaritan's Purse has paid for some well pumps. There was a lady that her well pump was over. And so she was so cute. So Samaritan's Purse offered her a gift card for food. And she said, well, can I trade this food gift card? Or do they have well pumps at Ingles? And they were like, I don't think so. She's like, well, can I trade the food card for a well pump? And do you know they got her one? So I would call Samaritan's Purse. And if you don't get anything there, then call I think it's Baptist Men on a Mission, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so Reconciliation House. I love the Reconciliation House. Now, they have a couple things going on. So, listen, food distribution, they got you. All the food, whatever. You can even go online, just like you could with us, and order, and then go pick it up, and you have your food. They also are supplying fuel oil, propane, and guess what else? Firewood. They have a guy that will bring you firewood. So you've got to get signed up with the Reconciliation House. That's in Burnsville, where it's always been, on Academy Street. They just had a big 2,000 square foot addition, and that is where they are keeping a ton of food. So there is a lot of resources right here that's always been here. So Reconciliation House is going to be my main tell you to go to if you need fuel, if you need propane, if you need firewood, if you need food. Those are the things they have. So pretty please call Reconciliation House. If you have to fill out an application, fill out an application. You only have to do it once, and then they're there for you. So let's do that, okay? That's a fantastic organization, and they've been here a long time. I really like them a lot. The other place that I don't think they talk, but is WAMY. So WAMY. They also are helping people as well. So I believe with some furnace stuff, this is just from a previous conversation. I'm pulling these notes out of my head. But if you have situations where so say your heat source is messed up and we need to get it repaired, I think WAMY can help getting the heat source repaired. Reconciliation House can make sure you have the fuel oil to run it, and then you're all set, okay? So we have resources here within the community. Do not feel like you need to post on the Burnsville Hub about your grandma and her address. Don't do that. Come on, let's talk to a Reconciliation House. Let's talk to WAMY. Let's work on getting that heat source fixed, okay? That's of most importance. All right, let's see what else we got. So then the next person that talked, I'm not sure who it was, but they did say, oh no, this was still the county planner. The first week of February, the first lap around the county will have been accomplished. So they have made their first debris pickup all the way around. So that was very exciting. Gabriel, I see you said I can fill propane tanks and have them delivered and firewood is needed. No, thank you. The Reconciliation House can do that. Thank you, though. So the first week of February 1st, the lap is done around the county. Then they are beginning on the private debris removal. They are also working on the first mapping of the waterways and the cleanup for 100 feet upstream and 50 feet downstream from a bridge. So I'm real excited about that because that is going, we've got to get this debris away from these bridges because we know they're already compromised. So they are working really, really hard on that. Oh, and so this other guy is called Bridge Home. And he is a partnership on waterway mapping. And this is pretty cool. The guy's name was Chris, and he's using GPS coordinates of bridges out to go identify those bridges. And then they can use this information. You will be able to use this information as a community member so that you can show kind of before and after imagery of what has happened to your property. The last time they did a serious mapping of our waterways was 1981. And just so you know, that's 43 years ago. So that's a long time. There's a lot has changed here in our mapping and in our waterways, as we know. And so I'm real excited about that. They are, it's called a Bridge Home Partnership, or a Bridge Home, and they are set up over in Mitchell County, but super kind. I'm real excited about that. I'm excited about the imagery that they're capturing for the community, and I think that is going to work. So the next folks that talked was the coordinator for Yancey County, Samaritan's Purse, Andrew and Teresa. Now what happens here, it sounds like they have a couple of different sections on, like maybe they have a rebuilding team and then they have a remodeling team, and they revolve every 2 weeks. So it's always going to be somebody different, and that's okay. That's okay. They are working with, here it is, Baptists on a Mission. That's what it's called, Baptists on a Mission. So they are going to be working together. So Samaritan's Purse can do certain things. Baptists on a Mission can do certain things. And so these are the two organizations that have serious pockets, okay? They have a lot of money. A ton of people donated bajillions of dollars to Samaritan's Purse throughout this. And so they are committed to helping. And I have heard that they have helped. We know that they were able to muck out a lot of people's property and do a lot of things like that. So, so we definitely want to make sure that y'all are checking in with Samaritan's Purse and Baptists on Mission to see where you can fit in and how they can help you. I think that is wonderful because they have huge pockets. Y'all know I don't have huge pockets. I wish I did, but I'm selling t-shirts and hoodies. We're getting there. We're doing great, but they have many more resources. And so I just want to make sure the community members are getting everything they need. So the USDA just got a grant to continue helping the farmers. Oh, this is really cool. The drones are going to, they're going to drone seed clover. So they'll be seeding with drones, which that is very cool to me. They're going to do that. They're going to help the farmers with some of that. So that sounds really cool. I'm really excited to see how that works. That's going to be through the Extension Office and Restoring Pastures. So that's their USDA grant that's going to be able to help that. That's where I've told you they did the 17 miles of fencing, having the teams to help the farmers. And so far they've been able to help 25 farmers. So that's really exciting. Let's see, Stream Bank Restoration Program and workshops in the spring. So there's some really exciting stuff coming about that. Looks like we still have we weren't exactly sure. So what I did find out, so there is still folks in Yancey County that do not have power. However, the meters stop after 45 days. They no longer, like if you go on the French Broad map to try to figure out, see y'all, how many people are what our outage maps are, you cannot tell just by looking at the map, because after 45 days those meters stop reporting. And so it's been hard to tell, like, okay, the map looks like there's nobody without power, but that's actually not true. We still have a ton of people down 19W that don't have power. And so I think the number I have is 193 still without power, but I'm not exactly sure because they weren't exactly sure. So definitely don't take that number to the bank. And then the Baptists on a Mission spoke. They're looking to do repairs. They have 16 applications for total repair rebuilds. They are also having the homeowners pull the permits. And of course I said, why are you doing that? I say it to all of them. We need the right people on these homes, rebuilding these homes. My background being construction, even with my background, I don't have the updated information to make sure that I would be building a house back properly. I'm absolutely against a homeowner pulling a permit. I would prefer you have a contractor, a local licensed contractor, pull your permitting so that you have somebody on your side fighting for you, making sure your home is being put back properly. But we'll get through that. We'll get through that. I just would like, that's just my personal humble opinion because of my background. I don't like to hear of homeowners pulling the permits because I don't want y'all to be shysted. I want to make sure you have good, qualified people in your home putting your homes back together. Not that I think anybody at Baptist on Mission or Samaritan's Purse would be shysty. I just don't understand why they're having the homeowners pull the permit. That's just crazy, in my humble opinion. Okay, so the last note I have is there were 270 eligible. I think this is for new homes because I didn't make a note that far. I just wrote 270 eligible. And then there were 6,193 names on the list. And I think that is from, didn't I have that number before? That's almost perfect with the FEMA registrations of 6,170. So 6,193 names. So I would say that that's the amount of people that need help. And then eligible 270 for a new home. But there was a lot. It was a lot going on at the meeting. It was very, very informative. I was very thankful to attend and take notes and talk a little bit about how we want to be able to help our community here at Rebuilding Hollers, Come Hell or High Waters. So I'm excited about everything that is evolving that way. Again, Thursday night at 6 o'clock is going to be an open community meeting at the high school. You should go. It's going to be fun. Last time they gave out food. I don't know that they will this time. Probably not, but last time they did, and it was good food too. Okay, so outside of all that, I have another update for y'all. One more update for y'all. So the night of the storm, I was a realtor. I have been on sabbatical from selling real estate for the last 4 months because I could only focus on this. I can solely focus on this. However, the reality is I have to work as well. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here. Gabriel, we're not doing that. You can stop posting on here right now. I would appreciate that because as soon as I get off this live, I'm going to block you so that you can't put out comments to my community. So I appreciate that if you would just stop. So anyway, I have to start selling real estate again because I don't want to take anything away from the foundation or the community or hear what I am doing. So I have I have a new listing that I just got on this weekend. I did finally write my first offer. So I am working again in real estate. So for sales, listings, and selling. And then my best friend, we also have a property management company. So I've taken a 4-month sabbatical, and my clients and my friends and my family are like, we need you to go back to work. So I'm going to be, not that that's going to stop anything here at Rebuilding Hollers Foundation. I'm very excited about what we're doing here, and I will continue doing it. But I also, as a provider for my family, have to pay my own bills too. So I'm excited about that. So if you need me, I will be able to help you now. I think I've got everything kind of under control where I can at least do a little bit. So I'm not looking for a lot of listings, but just a couple. I just need to help a couple people a month so that my personal bills are paid and I can continue doing exactly what I want to do, which is this full time. I love it. Y'all know I do. I love y'all so much. I love everything about our community. I would like the con artists to leave. That would make me very happy because we don't need that kind of help. And y'all know I'm about to have a wall of shame up here. So if you come by Rebuilding Hollers just to see the wall of shame and the people to avoid, that would be great too. I'm totally okay with that because I want to make sure everybody is rebuilding properly. It matters. It matters so much to me. We got to get your homes built back. We got to get y'all home. We got to get our driveways put back. We got to get our rivers rebuilt. There is so much work to do, and I'm so excited about it. So excited that we're getting there. I'm excited that I feel like that the organization is happening. The funding is going to be happening. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is our president, and he promised. He said it immediately. He said, I'm coming. He told my friend up in Pensacola that he's coming, and immediately in his speech he said he's coming. And I'm thankful and I'm very hopeful because I feel like the whole time we have been abandoned this entire time. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I feel like we have been abandoned. So I'm real excited that hopefully we won't be abandoned anymore. No more redheaded stepchild per se. That would be great. I will be very thankful for that. So hopefully everything is going to be good, and we're just going to keep getting everything together. Kay says he'll be here on Friday. I'm so excited about that. We've got to have help. We need serious money to come into this community so that we can build our neighbors back, get everybody home, get our homes rebuilt. And there's so many folks that are working so diligently to do that. And I will be right in the middle of it until there's no need for me to continue doing this. I will keep doing it. I got to sell real estate on the side because, but at the same time, I mean, that's okay. I can do that. I'm really good at real estate, so I'm not worried about it. But this is going to be really good, y'all. I feel like for the first time, and I don't want to cry about this, but when he mentioned North Carolina yesterday, I just lost it. Like I had been holding all this in because this has been so hard to feel so abandoned. I have friends that are in bona fide positions in search and rescue and, different recovery teams that are state funded, and they weren't sent. They were on stand down orders. They never got to even come and help us. And that is what is the most upsetting to me, is from the beginning, nobody has been allowed to come and help us. Our own state didn't send our own people to help us here. And because of that, we have been allowed to be whoever thought they were a search and rescue team and, could come and like play their apocalypse games here on top of us and in our communities and in our neighborhoods. And I'm still pretty mad about it. So, for Trump to get on and say he knew what happened. Y'all know I met General Mike Flynn a couple of weeks ago with my friends over at the Avery County Airport. And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, people will go to jail for what they've done to y'all. And I said, well, I will be so thankful. And I'm so thankful that somebody knows what has happened here, because it is not okay. It's not okay at any level. I've been telling y'all from the beginning, something isn't right. No response is a response. And that is what we've had here in Western North Carolina. And it has been very hard. It has been very hard to keep going when everybody's like, oh, y'all are okay, right? No, we're not okay. We're not okay. Our neighbors are not okay. I have friends not having baths every day. I have friends that don't have anywhere to do their laundry. I have friends who don't have water. I have friends who don't have power. My neighbors are not okay, and that is why I'm here, and that's why I'll continue to be here every single day, fighting every con artist that comes into Yancey County. I'm not playing with y'all. Don't mess with my neighbors. It's not going to work out well for you. It's just not. We need the right kind of help. We need good help, and we need honest help, okay? Because we're rebuilding our homes to last. So thank you for letting me get on my little rant about that. Oh, did my face get red? Because I get so fired up. I really have. I've held a lot back just because I just want to make sure everybody has what they need. It matters the most to me for everybody to have what they need, because I know how they feel. I've been seeing them every day for 4 months, and we need help. We gotta have a lot of help, a whole ton of help, and it's coming. And I'm so thankful for it because we need it. We need it. We need it right now. That would be great, because it's 0 degrees outside, and we're just in trouble. So. All right, y'all. I've told you all the things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hey, you want to have a quick tour around real quick before we go? Okay, let me show you. So this, again, well, I guess I need to start up here. So here's the front. So when you come in, this is obviously the front door. And then this is our offices. We have a little meeting table. We have some merchandise and our calendars. And look, now that I'm out of the parking lot, I really do like to look at this calendar cover and go, yeah, you dealt with that. That was crazy. And we made it, so we're going to keep making it. I do finally have my maps on the wall. I'm missing 3 of them. So my friend's he's sending me those, but I love how you can see all the waterways. You can see what happened here and why Yancey County specifically is the worst affected area of this storm. It is because we have so much water. We have so many waterways coming through here. Of course, our Eagle on 19W, he chose to rebuild, as we will. Somebody brought a chair today. Actually, let me tell you what happened there. So this guy has been dying to bring me furniture for 2 months. And I keep telling him, we're not ready for furniture. We're not ready for furniture. Well, then finally, I told you about the condos. So he brought me some furniture today, but this one, didn't go upstairs. So until, it is going to be somewhere in here so that folks can even have a respite right here in our shipping department. So we are almost completely, all my boxes are almost completely out of merch. So I've got some more coming and then we'll be shipping out. Of course, someone brought me some incredible sun drops. I appreciate that. We have all set up for our snack area. And then, this is just the office. This is the office. So I'm real thankful for the office. This is kind of obviously the workroom and all the things I have going on. My friend Gary's mom sent me this, and she was my Sunday school teacher back in the day. So that's pretty cool. That one's been pretty important to me. I'm very thankful. And then in here, of course, the lights are off because they were trying to tell me it's time to go home. So this is it's still not all the way together. Here's the bug out boxes. So folks that are still waiting on your bug out box, I've still got it. Y'all come on and get it. Let me turn these lights on. So in here, we're still getting everything organized. They've been steady working on. We've got some tools coming to fill the shelves. I still have a few of these filters left, y'all. This is very, very cool. You've got a large particle filter here, and then it'll come in here to the UV light. Pretty please come and get one of these. We do have some dehumidifiers. So they're getting everything organized. So here is some bathroom, the things if you had to remodel your bathroom. We've got some doorknobs, different door handles, just different things. This is for my girl. She was serious about making sure we had doorknobs to get home. So we've got that. Of course, we have a ton of chainsaw accessories. We've got your oil. We've got your, what is this called? The 2-cycle oil. So we've got a lot of that. Hopefully my buddy's coming with tools. I've got you some hard hats. Let's check out on this side. We still have a couple coats and gloves, some tape. We're still getting organized. Oh, y'all see that? More sun drop. I got to have that stuff. It's the good stuff. Here we have some stuff, the heat sources. So we do have some more of the 1-pound containers. We've got the cords that will hook to the buddy heaters to put on the bigger, large 20-pound containers. Just had some shop vacs come in today. Thank you to my friend that sent them. But these actually are already spoken for, so the call will go out on that tomorrow. We do have some oscillating heaters. We also still have some of these oil radiant heaters. So they are electric, but it's oil on the inside that warms up. So that's really awesome. Y'all know we got you some more lamp oil. So if the power goes out, we want to make sure you have lamp oil. We do still have some of the grills that are run off of butane. So that runs off of these canisters here. And then also I still have some of the 25-foot heated hoses. So if you don't have a heated hose on your RV, you should come by. I know a lot of people have asked for these sprayers. So we do have a lot of these sprayers. I think a lot of people are using this to treat for mold. So we do have those if you need that. We do have a couple tools. We're getting them organized slowly but surely, getting all your tools organized so you'll be able to find them. Nails and screws. My buddy Neil worked so hard over here today organizing. And of course, we have a lot of fire extinguishers. We want to make sure everybody has fire extinguishers. We do have some sleeping bags if you need them. We have some electric blankets if you need them. This is all of things that will go into the bug out boxes. So that's what this section is about, because come summertime, y'all know we're going to need this DEET again, and we're not far off from that. So we still have a long ways to go in our organizing, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. The big fun will be out in the yard. I'm most excited about that. to get that set up, get those connexes in, and get our line set up. That's going to be pretty cool. I have a pretty cool idea for that. So, and also don't forget, we did have these printed off for you. These are the how to start prepping, just little magazines, really, pamphlets. But it will give you the basis if you want to build your own bug out box, or just what do I need? What can I collect? Keep in my home for 72-hour preparedness. Y'all know that is still very important for me. I need everybody to be prepared because we're going to continue having bad weather, I'm afraid, this whole winter. So, all right, my friends. I hope that was informative. I know it was a lot. I feel like I've been here talking forever. But I do love y'all so much. And I am doing this because I just have got to make sure that everybody has what they need. So I thank you so much for letting me help you. Thank you so much for helping me help my community. Because so many, if it hadn't been for y'all all along, I wouldn't have been able to give them anything. And so I'm so thankful for that. Savannah, I do have the little green propane tanks. You can come get those. I don't know if I have any pumps, but I will check. And if I don't, I will order it because I don't know what you need until you tell me. So if I don't have it, I'll get it. That's all that matters, is that we're getting exactly what you need, keeping them babies warm. So, all right, friends. It's 0 degrees outside and I got to go. But I love y'all so, so much. Thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my community. I'll see you.